Oh, yeah. So the first video rental store, as we know it, launched in 1977 in Los Angeles.
One of the people that sees the ad for magnetic video is someone named George Atkinson, who died in 2005, by the way. So he saw the entire industry's rise and fall. Instead of buying the films for himself, Atkinson jumped at the chance on this ad to purchase the videos and rent them out to other people. He had already been renting out camera equipment and film equipment to people who couldn't afford to buy it. So why not do it with the movies themselves as opposed to how you make the movies? And to raise capital, Atkinson hit on the idea of a subscription fee, sort of a membership fee. And initially, to just be able to rent videos from Atkinson, you had to pay a membership fee of $50 annually or $100 for a lifetime, after which you then had the right to rent videos for $10 a night, which is still incredibly expensive. Yeah. And this is at a time when VCRs and video players were found in less than 3% of households, but at the same time, the response was through the roof. When Atkinson himself placed ads in local LA papers, he had more than 1,000 people registered in advance of even opening his store.
Wow.
So in late 1977, Atkinson opens a store called Video Station, puts the tapes on display. The first rental, this might be apocryphal, is a Betamax copy of The Sound of Music. Again, the movie that I remember being on TV, one of the rare few. Now, as often happens when there's new technology, Hollywood is nervous at first, and initially,
to put it lightly,
yeah. Well, and there's a whole to this day history of
AI now today.
Now it's AI, right? And then we remember like Napster with the music industry. The video cassette technology itself, remember Betamax and VHS. One of the things that that Hollywood is afraid of is that, well, sure, if we put our movies on your video cassette, that's fine. We'll sell that to you. But also you can record live TV, and or you could, set it up so that you could record our movie and then maybe, sell that yourself. So take your copy of Sound of Music, dub it, and try and sell it to 10 of your friends.
Yep.
So in 1978, Hollywood threatens Video Station with legal action, claiming a violation of their copyright. They saw also, we got to figure that Hollywood sees this as a threat to their revenue stream in terms of people actually going to the movie. So, again, this is not insane. If you're Hollywood, you think this is our cash cow. If people can watch movies at home, why would they ever go to the theater? Which, funny enough, is still sort of something that
still the same story.
Are wondering is true today. But
it's interesting though that it's sort of, those are two distinct issues, but they're both coming to a head at the same time, right? Like so just like you're talking about, the notion that will it stop people from going to the movies, which as we're talking about is still something that causes so much consternation today. Like, is it the end of theaters, of the theatrical experience, sort of exacerbated by COVID times and whatnot? But so that plays out to this day. But the VHS part of it, which I assume the biggest part was, as you're talking about, and as we'll get to in the lawsuit, of the ability to record, because it was like one of the first mediums, if I'm right, that was actually read-write at home versus just read only, like records and
because also and think of the audio cassette came out at the same time, and that was also the issue. If you had the boombox with that's why we made mixtapes in the 90s, is because it is weird, because I did do the research that tape technology as a medium of storing things, tape technology was important for early computers as well. Right. But that was invented all the way back in the 30s. So it's one of those weird technologies that took a surprising amount of time to come to market, I guess. But tape technology, I guess, was the thing that, like you're saying, was read-write that wasn't possible with a phonograph or anything like that before.